So there I was. It was a Friday night. I was 16 with a few of my friends. We went ice skating at McDonald's. I worked at McDonald's, hooked him up with some milkshakes. And then Rob, he just got his license like 3, maybe 4 weeks earlier. So I threw him the keys. Said, dude, it's your time to drive. And so he starts driving my car. And as we're going down the road, he comes up to a stoplight. It just turned red. In this moment, and he didn't stop. And so he keeps going. And the first car that was about to turn was a cop car. He immediately throws his lights on. We all turn around and look, and this chaos starts happening in this moment, right? We have all this responsibility and the power of this vehicle, and my friend's driving, and he just got his license, and there's a cop. As we all turned around, he hits a car. Now we're in an accident. And then he pulls over, and then there's just this chaos in this moment, right? And as a 16-year-old, I found myself of like, what to do? Oh my goodness, I share this car with my brother. He's gonna be so mad, and we're in this mess. And so as a parent in this digital world, you might feel like that. And you might feel like this whole thing's a mess, or you might feel like, I don't even want to give my kid access to this because I don't want it to get to a mess. And that's understandable, right? Is that you may have these fears. You may ask like, is my child ready? As a parent, you're like, am I ready for my child to have this? You may have the questions of like, what if I catch my kid looking at pornography? Or what if my kid is an online bully? What if they're creating content that's questionable? And the what ifs can go on and on and on. But there's also the truth that anything is posted online is permanent content. So in the day of Instagram stories or Snapchat videos that are only 15, 30 seconds, and then you don't see it anymore, there's still a digital footprint. And so all of this could cause a fear of not wanting my kid to be in an accident, or the responsibility of what they may look at, or the bunny trails they may find themselves in. And so you may be asking yourself, is like, I don't even know where to start. And that's a great question. And so today, I just want to just give you some insight, maybe some ideas on where you could start. And so the first one is educate yourself. Educate yourself is to know what your kid wants to be part of. A simple Google search will let you know what the purpose is of some of the common apps. So to put in your tool belt, I'm going to encourage you is learn this phrase. Google, what is the purpose of, and fill in the blank of the app or the platform that your kid wants to be part of. Currently right now, some of the top apps that your kid might want to be a part of is YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, WhatsApp, Discord, Twitch. I just labeled like 7, and so a simple Google search, there might be many, many more. And that's content that's ever evolving. So just a simple search of what are the top apps for teenagers or preteens, that gives you a starting place to start to get to know what those are. And so as a parent, research, get to know what's going on. But I'll also encourage you is that most social media platforms have minimum ages. All those ones that I listed, most of them have a minimum age of about 13. And so as you research, understand what some of those requirements are to be able to make good decisions. The second one is engage conversations. Now here's the thing is that I do believe that relationships are vital. And that's not just in the digital world, but a relationship between you and your kid is so important. When it comes into the digital world, some questions that you ask may come across more as you're being a detective to try to find something or get to something. So my encouragement is to put in your tool belt is the skill set of learning open-ended questions. Questions that cause dialogue and not just a yes or no answer. Questions that develop the relationship and not try to make it feel like you're trying to uncover something. And so work on your opportunity to be able to have good conversations, and simple things as asking, what platform are your friends on? And here's the thing is that in their world today, in elementary age, teenagers, digital world is so integrated into their life. When I was growing up, it was easy to say that the digital world was so small part of it because it was so new. But today it's so integrated, so simple, open-ended questions are gonna create dialogue just in their regular day. The third thing I would encourage you with is to ride beside. I told you that story about this car accident that I had with my friends, and everyone was okay. I don't think I said that. Everyone was okay. But before you get a license, you need to go through this process. You ride with somebody. And it's been a while since I've looked at all the requirements, but I know nowadays you need to go through classes to get keys to the car. You need to get your license. You need to have so many logged hours and courses and tests and all of this requirements. In the digital world, there's access to all this opportunity or destruction, but there's not a lot of restriction. There's not a lot of, just here's the key, hope you make a good decision. And so my encouragement to you as a parent is ride beside them. As you have good conversations, is that riding beside might be you do a thing together, or you have access to what their content is. Having good conversations will help figure out the best way, and you know your kid best on what that looks like. Maybe if they're into gaming, maybe it's showing an interest of the game in which they're playing so that they're telling you what it is. And here's the fourth thing is give boundaries. What I know about kids is they actually need, and they actually operate better when there is boundaries. If you just give them a cell phone and just say, hey, good luck, here's the Wi-Fi password, see ya at Christmas time, they actually want to be connected. And ways to do that and to protect that is to give boundaries in your household. That might look like having an agreement or a contract that clearly spell out expectations so that you and them, they know what the expectations are. Also having clear consequences. Now, parent, my encouragement is if you're going to have consequences, follow through. Create realistic consequences that you are willing to uphold, because then that will give a sense of accountability when your student, when they might make a mistake. And chances are they might. And so if they do make a mistake, follow through with the consequences, but also prepare your heart to be able to have truthful conversations in a graceful way. Parents, my encouragement for you is maintain a good relationship with your kids with the digital world. And for you, think back to your own experience of being elementary age or a teenager and learning the technology of that time frame. You had to learn things and figure it out, and some of it you wanted to just explore. Well, that's what your kids want to know. But also, there's times you probably made a mistake in maintaining a good relationship. Be vulnerable with your kid. Also be vulnerable with, hey, I don't know what this app does. Can you help me understand what this is? Maintain a relationship. Parents, we do have resources for you, to be able to go deeper. A lot of this guidance comes from a book, Parenting in the Tech World. And there's actually even a course to even go deeper into that for you to learn this whole space. In a few minutes on a video, it's hard to really dig into this, but my encouragement is those four things. Educate yourself, engage in good conversations, ride beside your kid, and give boundaries. But here's where I want to wrap it up. The digital world can actually be amazing. And tech was actually developed for creativity. And so as your kid starts to get into this digital world, give them opportunities to create and celebrate that and step back and praise God for the creativity that your kid has.